DJI has leaked the Pro 3. Let's talk about it. Right off the bat, the biggest set of news with this leak is the 24mm lens gets a 16mm attachment. You may not think you're missing a lot, but it's a lot. I love the fact that DJI is taking this approach. We may even see standard anamorphic lenses come out of this. It's an exciting thing, I know, but it's very interesting nonetheless that they've changed this approach. Other contours and features changes that we see from this Pro 3, it does look like they're going to knock the name Mavic right off the line, similar to what they did with the Mini 2 and others. They're going to get rid of the Mavic name, keep the Pro 3, and more than likely we're going to see more than one iteration of this drone, but the one that's currently leaked right now has dual cameras. The top camera has a 7x zoom, while the bottom one sticks with that 24mm 5.7K f2.8 aperture. The leak promises over 40 minutes of flight time. That's a vast improvement. They're using a system that's similar to the Mini 2 on the battery payload being slid through the back. That helps for the sudden power losses that you see with the top mounted batteries or the bottom mounted batteries. Having it slide in with the attachment, with the lid closing, is going to create less failures from people with less experience handling drones and sticking those batteries in the drones. This is all powered by a 5,000 milliwatt hour battery, which is truly impressive. The amount of size these batteries are getting versus the payload size of the drone itself, it's truly remarkable, the innovation, what they're doing. DJI has always been a leader in this department, and it's no surprise that they're pushing that battery even further. What I love to hear from this report is finally an introduction to a locking gimbal. No more plastic pieces, hopefully breaking, having to buy more, not putting it on correct, fumbling it, forgetting to take it off. Now we have a lockable gimbal, easily deployable, easily storable. It's a lot of the other gimbal manufacturers, including DJI with their Ronin platform, have locking gimbals. It's no surprise that this locking system will now make its way to the drones. The other thing to watch out for, and it's something that no YouTuber really will profess to, but it's something that I've screamed from the mountaintops, and that is the use of the Hasselblad name. We know from the Mavic 2 Pro, the Hasselblad system was a sticker and a sticker alone. They had nothing from Hasselblad implemented yet. I think they acquired Hasselblad right at that same time, so when they made the Mavic 2, they just sort of slapped a sticker on it, claimed there was some of the elements or science behind the Hasselblad name in that camera, but it underperformed even the Phantom 4 camera, so I don't necessarily believe that's going to be the case with the Pro 3. I believe the Hasselblad will be up front and center. I believe we're going to see a lot of the color science. The fact that they're going to have two cameras on this system means that I think they're rolling a lot of the technology of Hasselblad in this platform, and it's going to be very, very curious to see indeed. The other thing to take note of is the fewer obstacle avoidance sensors. The sensors now are getting larger. Watch out, Skydio. I think they're coming for you. I think the system's going to mimic or mirror a more closer to a Skydio than what we've typically seen with DJI. I think they're going to be stealing a lot of their programming and their software to make that obstacle avoidance. I don't believe DJI is going to be able to just instantly hack and instantly steal Skydio. They got to make it their own. They got to modify it. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves in a court of law. DJI is definitely going to go more that platform with the larger sensors, more fisheye. That way they can have fewer sensors on the drone themselves, but maintain that same level or better obstacle avoidance than we've seen in the past. What we can expect to see is the same radio, same transmission system as the Air 2S, but we are hearing grumbles and rumblings of a new smart controller. So hopefully at launch they'll have a new smart controller with the drone itself. And it's something I know is not going to happen, but you know, maybe they can pity us poor folk and they can allow the original DJI Smart Controller to be compatible with this new system. I'm not going to hold my breath, otherwise I may die, but who knows? They may be extra giving and allow us to use the old Smart Controller with the new one. Other remarkable things that are being claimed is the 1 terabyte onboard storage. This may be a way to circumvent the write speed limitations of the microSD. It doesn't look like the drone's going to be large enough to fit a CFast card or higher write speed cards. So to have the 1 terabyte internal, it'll allow you to hook up a USB-C and directly offload the drone data, the video, the pictures directly from the drone itself to your computer for the editing purposes. It's something that was an inevitability, and I always wondered at the launch of these drones why they didn't do it. Maybe it was simplicity, maybe it was cost, but I'm glad to see that DJI is putting a large internal hard drive on there that will help us in a way, but not help us in others, because obviously if it gets too hot, it overheats. Maybe who are they procuring these hard drives from? Are these hard drives quality? Are they going to fail? What's the fail rate on that? All of that's going to come down the line in the wash, but I do like the fact that these are internal. The question remains, will they continue to have external SD cards, and will that write speed limit the resolution recording rates? And will the drone have 4K 120? It's 2021, and I'm a little shocked that more companies and more drones haven't come up with that 4K 120 write speed. It's being slept on, and I think once it gets opened, it's going to be an industry standard. But to have slow motion onboard video at least the 4K resolution with the 1-inch sensor or greater, it's just an inevitability to me. I mean, you have the most cinematic footage that I can possibly imagine would be enhanced utilizing that 4K 120. Given the bird's eye view, it just makes sense. It seems like a sort of a peanut butter and jelly thing. So my hope is we're seeing at least the 4K 120 on this drone. I love the dual cameras. Let me know what you guys think below. Drop me a comment down below. Hit that like if you're interested or you want that Mavic Pro 3, or I guess it's the Pro 3. So if you want that Pro 3, you guys are buying it, smash the like button, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.